Hey travelers, this is Michelle with My Traveling Owl. If you're here, it's because you're interested in a Holland America cruise tour through Alaska and the Yukon. Or you didn't even know these tours existed until now, and now you are intrigued. And you should be. This is part one of our 11-day journey through Alaska and the Yukon, including Denali. So here we go. We started this journey in Orlando, Florida. We boarded our flight to Seattle first, and once we get to Seattle, we have about a 3-hour layover, and after that, we have about a 2.5 to 3 hour flight into Anchorage. We flew Alaska Airlines for both legs of our trip. We had lunch in the Seattle airport, and for our second leg of this trip, we had a seat companion, and he was a super chill surface doodle. Doesn't get any better than that. We landed in Anchorage. The airport is a super easy airport to navigate and not crowded. We picked up our luggage and booked a lift to get us to our pre-stay hotel in downtown Anchorage as we came in a day early to guarantee our arrival in time for the start of our tour. We dropped our bags and headed out to tour the downtown Anchorage area, and we grabbed dinner at the 49th State Brewing Company. Wings were delicious and exactly what we needed on a long travel day. After a good night's sleep, we ended up going to grab some breakfast at the Alaska Creperie, and this restaurant did not disappoint. It was empty when we got there, but it was full when we left. I had the breakfast crepe, and Jim had the pepperoni and cheese crepe. They were both delicious and both gluten-free. If you're not gluten-free, you can still eat here, but the gluten-free are just as delicious. After breakfast, we headed back to our hotel to grab our luggage so that we could then move over to our actual first night's hotel stay on the tour, which was the Sheraton Anchorage Hotel and Spa. Here are a few snapshots of our room. It was very comfortable. When we arrived at the hotel, we were greeted by our journey host, Kaylin. She met with us personally to go over every detail of what to expect over the next 11 days. Here's more on that. Today, when we arrived at our hotel for our Holland America cruise tour, we met with our journey host, and her name is Kaylin, right there. She gave us this packet to start with a bunch of good information that we're going to need to start this journey. So there's some information there. She gave us a good list of restaurants that we could go to and things to visit while we were here in Anchorage. And she gave us a tentative schedule to follow. She said none of this is going to be 100% accurate, as it will change as we go. The other thing she gave us was a book about our journey, and it kind of just goes through history and that kind of information, and then also an excursion book, because we can book additional excursions on this trip during this trip if we like. She also gave us some dining information for our first stop in Denali, and most important is our welcome packet that has the information with regard to the morning departure and what to expect for the day. Included in that is luggage tags. And these are really important because each night that we move, we're going to have to change luggage tags according to where we're going. So our first night, I've already got our stuff tagged and they're ready to go for tomorrow. We have to put them outside our hotel room door by 6 a.m. They'll gather them, put them on the truck, and they will meet us tomorrow evening in Denali. So that's it for today. And here is a view from our hotel room. Next up was lunch, and we decided to go across the street and have some Mexican at La Cabana Mexican restaurant. Again, another place that did not disappoint. If you wanted to add an excursion to your trip, you can do so in the lobby of the hotel that first night. If not, you can add them as you go along the way as well. And for dinner, we decided to stay at the hotel, and this food was also good. Hey travelers! Yesterday we arrived in Anchorage, Alaska to start our Holland America cruise tour. We are going to go to lots of places and we're going to end in Vancouver on a ship. But to start out, we had left Orlando, Florida yesterday, and we flew 6 hours to Seattle. Great flight. Then we had a 3-hour layover, and then we had a little more than 3-hour flight to Anchorage. We spent the night in a different hotel. The first night we flew in a day early to avoid any air issues, and now we have just arrived at the Sheraton Anchorage Hotel, and we're going to spend our first real night of this tour here. We're going to meet up shortly with our tour guide. They're going to give us a packet that's going to walk us through everything we're going to do across the next 10 nights. It's actually an 11-day Yukon and Denali tour. So they're going to tell us everything, and the entire time they're going to guide us and take us everywhere we need to be. And we are super excited about this. We're here, we're ready, and we're ready to show you what we've learned along the way so that when you're ready to do this tour, you're going to know exactly what you need to do. So we go so you know.
And we also recommend the place for breakfast this morning, Alaska
Creperie. Alaska Creperie. It was delicious, simple, and they even have gluten-free options, which we loved. So if you arrive in Alaska at Anchorage, check them out.
Here's a quick peek of what's to come in this series. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we will have multiple updates on this series in the next few weeks.